E-I-E-I-E-I-O, up the Football League we go. We finally did it last time. We got ourselves promoted out of the Northern Premier League, and we've moved ourselves into Tier 6, which is the National League North. I'm Stevie C. Thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and let's get through everything that we've got to get through. So here we are with Leek Town. We have made a little bit of an overhaul of the squad, which is expected when you go into somewhere new in division-wise. I mean, of course, we're not moving house. But yeah, so we finally did it. I'll go through the transfers in a minute. Just wanted to run you through a few things that we achieved. So last season, if I can find, let's go with my history. So last season, we came first in the Northern Premier League, having hit the post so many times on the previous seasons. We finally got ourselves promoted. 3 playoff failures. We had to go up by taking that one spot. So if we look at the previous season, this is where we finished. 88 points in total. 84 goals, 4 in 40 games. That's pretty good, over 2 goals a game as an average. But not so good that we conceded over 1 goal a game. And I've got to say, our defence hasn't improved in the new season. So here we are in the National League North. We have played 7 games in. I wanted to try and get as much of the transfer business done as possible. We can do more transfer business if necessary, because the transfer window doesn't close till right at the end of the season. So we're okay for that. We can keep forcing our way through with that. Looking at my... I am very over. So my camera's moved, that's what it is. Or the monitor's moved, one or the other. So that's a little bit better. I have had a bit of a move around, so you'll have to excuse that. But let's go back to where were we? So yeah, we started off reasonably okay. The form's very in and out, but we're just feeling our way through what is a new league for us, and hopefully we'll get into a run of form. We have got a launch pad into at least into the playoffs. We don't like the playoffs, but hopefully, I mean, if you look at the teams that are up above us, the likes of Morecambe, Blythe Spartans, who were clearly much better than us last time we met them. Bury, again, a team that have been much better than. I think they came first. The first year we came second. So there's 3 teams there straight away that we know are a bigger team than us. Darlington, Kidderminster Harriers, all teams that we would expect to be behind at this current time. So what has gone on in the transfers? If we go to the transfer history, it's a good job it's all easy to find on Football Manager. We love it. We love it. We really do. So if we look at the guys who have gone, we've given them a round of applause out as they've gone. Harvey Andrews decided to go pretty early on, which was a bit annoying to me. He decided to go to Carnarvon Town in February of last year and finally got his move on the 7th of January. We've got 3 players who have gone out on loan, Utaka, Murphy and Jones. Utaka is very close to being in the first team, but I think just some of the signings that we brought in were really okay. And Jack Barrett, he wanted to go, and I tried to keep him, but when teams like Swansea City, Portsmouth, Luton Town, excuse me, I like Luton Town. Why am I choking over their name? Yeah, so Luton Town all came in for him. He's gone to Swansea. It was a bit of a shame, really. But we have been and raided Swansea and got a player back. So this player has come in just to help us on the right-hand side. We do only have, with Andrews leaving, we only had Leach, really, who was a good player for us on the right, but this guy's even better. Then we've got Ty Hall, who is a great midfielder. As you can see, 4-star potential, 5-star. And Good passing, really good passing. His mentals are pretty good and his physicals are pretty good. Except for jumping reach, he's only 5'8", but we're not going to ask him to jump too much. Fred Heath, the replacement goalkeeper for my mate, and he's actually ended up in the first team. He's played 5 appearances. He's only kept 1 clean sheet. He's conceded 9. So he needs a bit of work, but he is only 2-star. And we have got the previous goalkeeper who was competing with Jack Barrett still here. His name was Hall, not Ty Hall, just so that you don't get confused. Then we've got Thomas Brown, who is a centre-back, absolutely awesome. Right-footed, but likes to play on the left. So I think he and Brooms will make quite a good and formidable partnership. 6'8", just like Big Tell, who scored all the goals and got us through. He's 6'8", and one more, Mark McCarthy. It says he's a striker, but he's playing as an inside forward for me and doing a grand job. 6 games, 4 goals. So that is how he's doing so far for me. And did somebody mention Big Tell? Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. Where is he? Big Tell. There he is. Still improving, still getting better. He's got 9 pace at 6'8", so he lugs his body around pretty good. He's got 11 for acceleration. He makes that 9 pace look fast when he gets going. Off the ball is good, decision's good. But did you know that even he came through our youth system, and within a few years, we've had another one come through, just like him. I've got to remember his name, so just bear with me one sec. Let's put the selection info on so we can see the positions. What was his name? Where is he? Was it him? Yes, Osseys Feezy. Now, very important to note, he's not as good with his technicals. Definitely not. And his off the ball is rubbish, but his work rate's excellent. His vision's rubbish. His concentration, anything to do with his head, is rubbish. But he's a good leader, he's got flair, he's got determination and natural fitness. Pace, not got that. Strength, not really got that either. But, yeah, so not as good as Big Tell, but when we do finally have to give Big Tell a rest, we've got another 6'7" giant to put in his place. He's not going to be as good, don't get me wrong, but I am looking forward to seeing how he develops. So, finally, to how we have actually been performing. Get on to these physical matches now. Friendlies went very well, as you can see. We won. 4 friendlies, 4 wins, everything looking hunky-dory. Then we come to the real deal, and we lost 1-0 in the first game. Let's see if we can see the match report. Absolutely battered them and lost 1-0. So a little bit of a lesson in how we play. We also lost Hurst recently as well, as another Bright Mensa. Very important player for us. We see him here getting an 8.2. He's our captain for the season at the age of 20. He's been out on loan a couple of seasons and got high average ratings. He's got high average ratings again. Problem is, he's also got injured, so he's out for 2 months. So we're not going to see him today, I wouldn't have thought. As we look at this game, we took an early lead with McCarthy. They equalised, took the lead themselves. Then we threw McCarthy again. Bear in mind, McCarthy's this 6'4" striker who we're playing as an inside forward. And then Mackenzie Bradbury scored a penalty to equalise after Jaden Celestine Charles, what a name, scored to put Braintree 3-2 up. And we thought we were going to lose, but we got the penalty, and then that was it. In terms of the match report, again, dominated possession, dominated shots, but just couldn't quite keep it tight at the back. And that was what the problem was with that game. And it didn't get any better in the next game. Big Tell scored in the 6th minute, Paul Santos equalising. Then Akirakiri put us 2-1 up, and Mark McCarthy there again with another goal made it 3-1. Then in the 85th minute, Paul Santos scored, and the 89th minute, Max Thompson equalised. I was fuming. Once again, though, Bright Mensa, look at that, 8.7. That guy is going to be really good, and he's only a 3-star potential, which is absolutely crazy because the numbers he's putting in are absolutely brilliant. Then we come to Kings Lynn. Who started this one off? Oh, James Sharp put Kings Lynn ahead. Then Big Tell. Big Bad Tell. He got us a goal, his second of the season. Archie Shepherd popped in with a goal. He's sort of like a bit part player, but he seems to do good when he comes on. Bradbury with a penalty. And Alex Hurst not getting many chances, but he did score, and we were cruising it 4-1. And then at 80th minute, Bevan scored, and the 93rd minute of the game, he scored again. But again, Bright Mensa getting a good total there. He's proving to be a key player for us. Wasn't expecting it, but when I made him captain, he seems to have stepped right up to the plate. Finally, against Scarborough Athletic, we kept a clean sheet. It took a bit of a while. Sorry, let me just show you the match report again on this one. So we again had more shots, loads more possession. They want me to play high pressing, and I think that's what the problem is that because we're playing high pressing, this is the board have set this as a feature of the game that they want to see this season. So we're trying to do what they want, and it's making us leaky at the back. Excuse the pun. So get back to the 3-0. We finally kept a clean sheet with Archie Shepherd cropping up with a goal again, Alex Hurst cropping up with a goal again, and Big Bad Tell, in the 78th minute, completing the route in what was fairly comfortable, although it was the first time that somebody outdid us with possession. They did it with the shots. We comfortably were better in the shots than XG. But I think, all in all, we've been playing very well this season. Then we came to Sudbury, and James Bell got a couple of goals before we'd even thought about kicking off ourselves. I don't think we'd turned up yet by this point, so I was getting a bit worried we were in for a bit of a battering. McCarthy then got a goal back a few minutes later, and that was the last of the scoring for the game. As you can see, 61% possession, 23 shots to 14, 8 shots on target to 4, 2 XG to their 1.71. We were beaten, but it wasn't fairly. I would say we were the better team yet again. So we've done our best, and it just ended in what was only our second defeat of the season. The first one, obviously, we were just a bit naive in terms of being in the new league, I think. Then we come to Gloucester City, Big Tell with a couple of goals, proving that he is Big Bad Tell, and he got 2 in 4 minutes to sink Gloucester City. They did get a goal at the end. We really struggled at keeping a clean sheet for the full 90 minutes. We've only done it once all season, but never mind. Again, 65% possession to their 35, 16 shots to just 2. Guess how many shots they had on target? 1. Guess how many goals they scored? 1. You got it. 9 shots on target for us. We managed to score 2. I think when you get above 2 on the XG, you would hope to have scored 3 goals. But we didn't. We only scored 2. And so we'll have to accept we were a little bit under par, really. But at least we got the win. That was the important bit. That's what matters to me. But Big Tell has finally turned up to this league. And if we just look at the sort of like stats in the squad. So appearances. Gareth Jones the most appearances, but it's not for us. So why he's devastated with his playing time happiness there, I do not know. Anyway, goals. Big Tell has got 5 goals so far in 7 appearances. McCarthy's got 4 goals in 6 appearances, +1. Hey, Edward, yes, I finally got promoted. The end of last season. Finally got there. It was easy in the end, but at least we didn't have to go up through the playoffs. So 4th time lucky. So Mark McCarthy is backing Big Tell up with the goals, and the other guys who are chipping in are generally the attacking midfielders anyway. So, but yeah, so 7 games in, we appear to be going fairly well. So, just for Edward's bonus, I will just show him that we currently sit in 9th place after 7 games, but we've got a good platform, hopefully, to push ourselves forward, at least for the playoffs again this season. There are a lot of good teams in here, so it is going to be difficult. So if I very quickly go to the history, just showing Edward because he's cropped up in the chat. So we won the Northern Premier League, if it'll show me it. So we are officially the champions. We got 88 points. We were 7 points clear, despite messing around really for the last couple of games and getting a defeat and a draw. One of them, 2 Morpeth as well, which actually meant obviously that they effectively gained 6 points on us by winning that game. So we did it really comfortably in the end. It's just all those times before that had been the problem for us. So we're going to move on to our first match for the day, in which we play Hyde United, I believe. Oh, we did have this one bug. I don't know if you've seen this bug or not, but 7 games in and I've had this from the board. The board are very disappointed that you have failed to achieve one of your objectives laid out in the club's vision. And that is to record a National League North-South top half finish. So we've failed after 7 games. But here's the thing. Unless that can see the future, and this is a scripted game, and we're going to fail that by the end of the season, we're in 9th place. So we're above half. So we're in the top half. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Then you've got the supporters are very disappointed for the same reason. But at the same time, they are very pleased. So I don't think we're about to get sacked for it. I hope. Because that would be a bit of a bummer for it, because it's obviously a bug. So we've got a couple of injuries that we're going to lose Mensah for quite some time, unfortunately. So I'm going to play. Who do we play? Let's go with Onyeka on the right. There's nobody tired, is there? Hurst has picked up an injury, but he was only going to be in for a bit anyway. So McCarthy can take his place because that's where he's been playing anyway. He doesn't like that position yet, but he'll learn to love it, I promise you. We'll put Shenton on the bench, replacing Hurst there. And Akarakiri probably needs to be on somewhere. Let's go for in Butler's place for now. He does prefer to be the attacking midfielder, but Shepherd's having a good run, so let's keep him there for a little bit longer. Any other changes that we feel we need to make? Might give Hester a break and put Correa in. And put Hester on the bench. And other than that, I think that's how we're going to roll. Probably my earpiece is about to die. Good timing. Right, so we're all set up. I could hear the crowd, so we're all happy. So Hyde United, a team we're not strangers with. We were playing them all last season, so presumably they got promoted through the playoffs. Even at all, we played a cup game. I didn't even look. Looking at this, we're definitely in a league game, so. So we're 12 minutes in. Heath theatrically collects the ball there. Rolls it out to Perry. Perry with the long ball to McCarthy. Wins the header. Big tell. Skins his man. Shows his dribbling skills, but his shot is straight at Wint. So Walker controlling the ball. Gives it to Aston. Griffiths. That Walker can be a bit of a pain scoring goals against us. Aston's pulled it back. McLaughlin. That was a well-worked goal, but I'm a bit frustrated in how many players we had back there and still couldn't deal with it. Of course, it could be that our goals are down to the fact that we haven't got the best keeper in. Sometimes the game punishes you for that. But I do want to give this Heath a lot of opportunities because he's enormous for a start. He's got a good long reach on him. And the other guy we've got, Hall, he may be 4-star, but he's tiny. He's 5'10", which as a goalkeeper is not tall enough really. He is down as the backup keeper, Paul, so he's not going to complain too much. Big Tell won the header. McCarthy charging forward. He's going to go all the way alone. Not a bad effort. Forces the corner. So early signs are we're going the same pattern as most other games. We are dominating possession. Hyde dominating the scorecard at the moment. We'll try and put the afterburners on, see if we can get a goal before half-time. Into very attacking mode. Unwin clears the ball out. We've got a throw-in to defend in a dangerous place. Oh, we don't have to defend it. That's very good. Thank you, referee. So, show me something else in the second half. Attackers. You're not been good enough in front of the goal. Midfielders. Keep going out there. You can make the difference. And off we go. So Onyeka, Akirakiris crosses the ball. McCarthy. Oh my word! How did he miss? That was a real opportunity there. That should have been 1-1. And things are starting to get a bit worrying now. Another throw in from the same sort of area, and the cross comes in again. This time it's too far. McCarthy, what can he do with it? He gives it to Carrera, who gives it to Unwin. McCarthy's gone for goal. Forces the save from the keeper. Winning us a corner, which we won't get to see. Shepherd's won the ball back there well. Onyeka. The ball's forward to Shepherd. He's got Akirakiri breaking and busting a gut to get in. He gets fouled. What has he given there? A free kick or a penalty? Well, it's obviously not a penalty because we're not going to get to see it. Not being funny, that should have been at least a yellow card. It may have been, I don't know. He didn't show it. There's Hotfield and Best. Long ball forward. Not dealt with an Aston's through and should have scored, really. Let's start thinking about substitutions. We've got to try and change things somehow. So Perry is having a bit of an anxious day out there. So Clark Anderson will come in for Perry. That's a good thing with this. We now get 7 subs. There was only 5 subs last season. Broom coming on for Duerden. Correa can come off for Hessler. How's Shepherd actually doing in terms of rating? Not very good. So we'll put Akirakiri forward and let's bring Bradbury on. He's actually our best midfielder, so he probably should be on anyway. We are trying to rotate, but hopefully what we've done is put on a better side for the last 25 minutes of the game. And if we can get a goal, at least get a point, that'll be something. It's away from home, so it's not the end of the world if we don't come away with the win. Clark Anderson goes for goal himself, which we didn't really want him to do. He did it the crossbar. We'll give him credit for that, but we're not playing crossbar challenge. Clark Anderson, Onyeka, Anderson with the cross. McCarthy's at the back post, has got it on target and has busted the back of the net with a strong header. That is 1-1 and we've still got time for that winner. We're still staying on very attacking. And we're going to fire him up. I don't know if that's the best thing to say when you've just scored, but come on, boys. Pretty systematic of how the goals have been going for McCarthy. He's really good in the air. I think he's about 6'4", but he's got good heading ability, good jumping reach, and really complements coming in off the side for Big Tel. When Big Tel's not got forward in time, McCarthy's usually coming in at that back post to head home for us. We just want another guy like him now. As Big Tel has slotted it home, we're watching the linesman. He's not put his flag up. So this has turned around in the blink of an eye, and we are going too defensive. A beautiful target man style header by McCarthy. Good control and composure from Big Tel. It's the underside of the crossbar, so he was a little bit close to missing. But that's his 5th goal of the season, or 6th goal of the season, sorry. And he is beginning to look a good player. Again, Big Tel, we've had to ward off some big teams going for him. Portsmouth were one, and can't remember who the other team was off the top of my head. Falkirk made him unsettled at the end of last season trying to bid for him. We managed to ward them off, and then after that, some championship teams came knocking. Akirakiri makes it 3, and this game is done. And that is a fact. Good finish from Akirakiri. McCarthy again the provider. Considering he doesn't like it on that side, he's doing a good job. Look at that, nice, lovely, stopped the ball dead, spun and tucked it into the corner. Well done, Akirakiri. He loves that attacking midfield role as well. And that will be that, 3-1. A little bit of a shaky first half, first hour even, I would say. Until McCarthy broke the deadlock. Finally got us the goal, and Big Tel and Akirakiri. But everything has got to be down to McCarthy there. He was absolutely sensational. And I think we'll tell him that. Mr. Mark McCarthy, your dominating performance was spectacular. So there we have it. McCarthy in top form as we dominate. Really pleased with how he scored, how he played, and he scored. I thought he really created best because he did get a couple of assists there. I think that's the one we'll go for. He's happy with that. And like I say, we've got a couple of good goal scorers in this team. So I think we're going to cause a lot of teams problems in these lower leagues with the players that we've got. I should say we managed to get Big Tel to sign a new contract, and he's happy. I should have rested the players. Rest. Have a rest. Traded rest 2 days. Probably means they'll still be resting when we get to the FA Cup. We could do with a good run in the FA Cup, keep building up our bank balance, make it look good. I'm not sure where Daventry are. I don't think they're very high in the things. What's Northern Premier? Oh, so they're in the division we were in, but they've only just gone up to there because they weren't in it before. Unless they've been shuffled around. Some of the teams do get shuffled around, especially the longer you go into these saves. But we had some dodgy trainers then. Need to get them smacked on the behind and go on, guys. Training review. Who is it? Cruz, Warren. Very disappointed. He's now very happy because I've told him off. Obviously loves a good telling off. And Correa. I really wish we could say to him, if you don't train well, you won't be playing. We really should be able to tell them that, because then they shouldn't be getting upset when they're not picked for the team because they haven't played. So I'm going full strength for this FA Cup game. Might be a mistake. Usually is when I make decisions like this. But I'm going to put my best team out just to try and demonstrate or flex our muscles a little bit. So Hall and Bradbury are our defenders, midfielders who drop into defensive midfield. Brooms and Brown are our best defenders. Duerden is now the backup. McCarthy on the right. Obviously, we can't play Mensah at the moment because he's injured, so he's the one guy missing from our best 11, I would say. And with it being the cup, we better give our best keeper a run out as well, because he'll get annoyed if he doesn't get any games, won't he? Oh, he's only showing a 3-star now. He's actually normally 4-star. So the coaches must be getting less impressed with him. And here we go, into the FA Cup against Daventry. So hopefully we won't be complacent. What an interesting coloured kit they've got. Hurts the eyes. McCarthy's intercepted early on. And he's still going. He's rounded his men. And look at that. It's 18 seconds in. And McCarthy, who is absolutely flying, has gone and put us 1-0 up. Flexing the muscles in the FA Cup. He rounded his defender beautifully there and slotted it home with good composure. 1-0. So they've got a very defensive sort of formation here. I may start looking at lumping the ball over the press, because hopefully that will give the big guys opportunities. Although at the moment, Big Bad Tell, we don't need to do that anyway, because we are 2-0 up and cruising. So maybe we just leave it. Why change something when it's working? I mean, I think that's a good system with these two tall players in there, is get it out wide, swing it in, get the goals. And even little Onyeka on the right, he can score a good header. I wouldn't like to say we've won the game already, but we are very comfortable. Bradbury gives it to Hall. Hall goes out wide to Onyeka. Beautifully weighted ball. Cross in, McCarthy at the back post. There's number 3. This could be a cricket score. Wasn't expecting it to go quite so easily, this. I know why my microphone seems high. I've lowered my seat down. Still feel like I'm not in the centre of the camera. Oh, what have I done? Please tell me I've not broke it. Oh, I'm taking a screenshot, that's what I've done. Nearly missed the goal because of it. Just trying to move my camera by moving my monitor, which is probably not the best of ideas, if I'm honest. But there we go, that's a little bit better. Nearly an own goal there. I swear I put Hester in for Correa, but Correa's on the pitch. Swung in, cross again. McCarthy again. That's a hat-trick. It's been the easiest hat-trick of his life. And we are cruising 4-0 up. Well done, McCarthy. He's got a lower rating than in the last game, unless it jumps up to 10. No, it's not quite at 10 yet. He scored a hat-trick and it's not even up to 10 yet. Onyeka. Have we got another one straight away? I mean, these are having a ball, aren't they, out here? Absolutely loving it. That Daventry wouldn't have been any further behind if he'd have played Man United. So, pretty much, it's the same formation that we've been using all along, but we are playing a more aggressive defence. So we're playing a high line, high press, as Big Tell makes it his second of the day and 5-0 in half an hour. Big Tell, big bad Tell. Onyeka again. Everything has come down that right, hasn't it? This time McCarthy decides to provide a goal. So he's got 3 goals and an assist. Possibly 2 assists, actually. I'm not sure who got the assist for the first Big Tell goal. Oh, it was Perry, apparently. Whoever Perry is. Oh, yeah, he's a right back, isn't he? Onyeka bringing it forward again. Look at this. They are crestfallen at the moment, aren't they? So Big Tell is waiting for the pullback. Here it comes. Big Tell, and that is 2 hat-tricks. They're going to have to fight over this ball because they both have earned the right to take it home. Big Tell and McCarthy, 3 goals each. Guess who's getting a rest at half-time? I mean, this has been sensational, hasn't it? I daren't say it in case the chances dry up, but we must be on for our best ever result. I don't know what the most goals we've scored is, but we may have already hit it. So there we go, half-time. Just about scraped in 6-0. Let's address the team. What a 45 minutes. You've blown them away. Now we've got to work out how we're going to rest these guys. Hayden Campbell. We need to go to tactics. It won't let you change it there. Hayden Campbell can come on for Big Tell. McCarthy can come off. And Ollie Shenton come on. Akarakiri has had a quiet game. He can come off for Archie Shepherd. And Correa, you better come off for Hester. So 4 substitutions at half time. Just hope we don't get any injuries in the second half. Just wanted to rest those players who have already comfortably put us into the next round of the FA Cup. Boosted their numbers for the season. And, we're all happy. And we're giving some minutes now to some of the fringe players. Although Hester might complain if he hears me say that he's a fringe player. So Brooms plays it to Perry. Gives it to Bradbury, who gives it away. Let's see how this defence responds, having now got to face an attack for the first time in this match. Oh. They've eventually kept it out. Hall getting hold of the ball. But that was not very well defended, it's got to be said. Another corner. I think we have drifted off a little bit here. So we're going to try and fire them up a bit because, they don't want to, just because of 6-0 up, they don't want to drift off from the game plan. We've let them right back in the second half. I don't think they'd had a shot by half time, and now they've got 7. So we've definitely allowed them back in. Go very attacking for the last 5 minutes. Just try and put the cherry on the cake. No, we don't get to do it, but 6-0. Round of applause for the guys. They absolutely battered Daventry there. I'm very happy with the result and the way that they've played. Individuals. McCarthy. Big Tell. And Tyrese and Nika. I'm delighted with your performances. Well done, everybody. Be interested to see who gets the accolades when we get to the... should it? I hope it doesn't crash now after a win like that. Hello? Please don't crash. So it's Onyeka who's getting the accolades by the looks of it. I mean, if you look at that, 3-0 up in 17 minutes, 6-0 up by half an hour. That is an impressive and destructive half hour of football. Praise Onyeka. I thought you were at your creative best. Then we probably should, if we've got any brains, go to these guys and praise last game. Superb in front of goal. And the other guy, McCarthy, interaction praise last game. Again, superb in front of goal. And if you look at their numbers now, wow, they are beginning to look impressive. We've already got 17 goals this season, and we've only played 8 games and a cup game. That's from just the top 2 guys, not counting all the other goals we've scored. So, 16th, when do we play South Shields? Because I've got a feeling I should have rested my players. So they might be tired, which will be a problem. Rest players 2 days, but it might be too late. Oh, it is the 18th, so they get the 2 days rest. That's the important thing. I thought the board were being a little bit too ambitious when they said to us that they wanted us to make a top half this season, but actually the way we're playing doesn't look like it's too difficult a task. They are very difficult leagues to get out of because only one goes up automatically and the rest are all through playoffs. But this league is a little bit easier to reach the playoffs, but it's just the further down you go, the more games you have to play, and most of them are away. I was going to keep the same team, but what I will do is put Hester back on because I thought I did it last time, but for some reason it wasn't. Everybody looks like they are pretty happy, so Campbell is looking like he's getting annoyed at not getting any game time, but at the moment I can't afford to put him in when the players are playing as well as they are. Don't want to rock the boat. Well, South Shields, I think, are a team that we've played before. I think we've met in the league below. Might be wrong though. I was once. So 10 minutes in, we finally get a highlight. Doherty chasing the ball as they try to counter-attack. Onyeka's made a good tackle there. He's not in the right place, but he's kept up to his work so far. Bailey now. Myers. A shot from distance over the bar from Machin, I think that would be. Perry has the ball. Him and Bradbury and Onyeka play close together. Onyeka's got round his man and is charging down that wing. He's got 2 big guys to aim at. He decides to come back to Perry. Big Tell plays it out to Hester. Now they all bomb it into the box. Looking for Hester's cross. It doesn't come. We win a corner, but we won't get to see it. Hester back to Brown. Gives it to Brooms. And now to Perry. They've completed the set of all the defenders touching the ball. Onyeka thought he'd done his man. Perry has run it back. Akarakiri. No, he's gone for goal himself. He's tucked it home. Akarakiri. What a cheeky goal that was. I was waiting for the through ball. I think everybody was. And he's hit it from 30 yards and beat the keeper. When McCarthy gives it him back now, I just thought he's going to thread Big Tell through. But he didn't. He swung it perfectly placed in the bottom corner. 1-0. This is going a little bit too well for my liking. So nearly 60% possession. But they're having more chances than us now. Hester plays the ball down to McCarthy. McCarthy's got Big Tell in there. Akarakiri and Onyeka. And it was nearly Onyeka who got on the end of it. But now, Pirri on the counter-attack. What a tackle from Ty Hall. McCarthy's away. McCarthy's through. McCarthy's hit the post. But he was offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted. So Bailey brings it forward for South Shields. Gives it to Hatton. Akarakiri's stolen in. Big Tell, lovely trickery with his feet. McCarthy goes out to Hester. Hester runs to the byline. Big Tell and Onyeka lurking. Big Tell with the header. How do you miss from there, you clown? I mean, a guy that size should be getting on top of that and headed it straight into the open goal. Free kick for Brown to take. Don't know why Brown's taking it, but hey ho. Oh, what a goal that is. That's why Brown's taking it. I knew he could do that, honest. Look at that, top bins. Couldn't have asked for anything better. So Onyeka gives it to Perry. Lovely quick feet. But now they've given it away and Burns is burning it down the wing. Comes inside. Are we going to put the tackle in or just let him keep coming? We're going to let him keep coming. Hatton has rounded his man and slots it home. And that comfortable lead has gone. It's 2-1. Yeah, they should have put a tackle in there. There was plenty of opportunities. And they didn't, and that's really annoying. But probably the end of the goals for the half, but I wouldn't like to say for definite. McCarthy's been put through by Big Tell. Missed an absolute sitter. Wow. Both of our strikers have missed some goals today. This could have been 4-1 easy. And should have been 4-1. And we're going in 2-2. I can't believe it. How do you have this many tall players on and you don't win the header in the box? Unbelievable. I mean, there were 3 or 4 of them there and none of them got to the ball. That's really poor, isn't it? What's been a really good half has just been spoiled by the last 2 minutes of the half. I wish I had a water bottle. Far from pleased with that, you absolute prats. Unacceptable defensive. Midfielders, keep going out there because you've got the ability to make a difference. And they've not been good enough in front of goal. They keep missing sitters. So we will sort of tell them that they've not been good enough because all of a sudden, what was looking an easy game is back to all square, and we was likely to lose this as win it. Gonna chuck the kitchen sink at them for a bit, see if we can put them under pressure. Fletcher with a kick for South Shields. Brown has won the header. We're coming back at them. Hester goes to the byline, swings in the cross. Big Toe rises and slots it home. Looks like they listened to me at half-time. I will drop to cautious. Now we have the lead again. Let's just try and get it so that this game is out of sight. Another goal like that and we'll be done. 4-2 is what it should have been at half-time anyway. But Big Tail definitely made up for the miss that he himself was guilty of earlier on. So the highlights continue to flow. Hall, what is he going with that? He's thrown it far to McCarthy. That was a good throw, in fairness. Now, Ty Hall sends a ball to Hester. Great control. Hester pulls it back. Akarakiri tried to get a back heel onto it. He's got a corner. We won't get to see it. Time's beginning to tick on. We've got some tired players out there, so I might make the sub. But just wait, see what happens with this highlight, because that will have a bearing on who it is that comes off, I would imagine. Played a lot of football in the last 10 days or so they will be getting tired. Hall gets the ball to McCarthy. Big Tell, what a turn and what a finish from Big Tell. Big Tell, Big Bad Tell. What a finish that was. That's one of my favourite goals I've seen him score. As Hall headed it back in, McCarthy, first time, touches it to Tell. Outside of her right foot, turns it and left-footed into the corner. 4-2. Now, let's look at some substitution. Who's looking tiredest? Onyeka looks absolutely shattered. So we'll bring on Shenton for him. And in fairness, actually, most of them are doing okay. Bradbury can come off for Butler. Akarakiri can come off for Shepherd. And Duerden can come on. And Brown, who's had a good game, can come off. Hopefully, these changes don't spoil the momentum. So still 12 minutes to go. 2 minutes is all they needed in the first half to close a 2-goal gap. So we cannot think that the job is done. Hall to McCarthy to Hester. Tell looked offside to me, so I don't think it's going to count. But I'm waiting for it to say it's offside, and it isn't. I thought he was a mile offside. Oh, look, what's that defender doing? Yeah, it's difficult to see, to be honest, because I didn't pause it in time. But I think he just played him on. I mean, superb control again. Absolute sensational. Let's just give a shout of focus now, because we've got a good lead. We don't want to blow it. But we've scored 11 goals in the last 2 games. And we may not be finished yet. We're actually going to get to see a corner. And it was Duerden who won the header in it. Time ticks away. Things are looking good. McCarthy gives it to Hall. I think that was for Hester, but I don't think Hester realised it was for him. So now we've got to watch, because we're in the last couple of minutes of the half, and we saw what they can do at the end of the half. In the first half, and Piri's was switched off, absolutely switched off. And somehow he's missed it. He's still thrashing his hands in the air, complaining and bemoaning his bad luck, when he should have been really just trying to lace it again and put it back in. That should be it. Yes, there we go, full time. 5-2, what a win. Very happy with the result and the way that you played. Big Tell got another hat-trick. Oh, no. The game's crashed. Why did it crash while I was doing that? Oh, what a pain. Oh. Big Tell had a hat-trick. He's never going to get them goals back. Man, that is annoying. I can't see what I'm doing under the camera to minimise that. So we're going to have to do that all over again. I mean, South Shields aren't a very difficult team to beat, I don't think, but we just had a really good performance, and we're probably not going to get the same out of the guys, are we? Let's face it. While this is loaded up, I've got to go and spend a penny. I'll be back in a second. What a nightmare that is. Can't believe it. Got to do it all again. And after such a good win as well, you guarantee it. I mean, whatever happens now, we're winning that game because you are my witnesses. We've already won it. So I don't know whether to instant result it. We have been absolutely robbed there. So what do we do? Instant result it or play it again? What's the best way around it? Let's instant result it. But we're going to do it till we get the win because we won that game fair and square. So, yeah, so it's lost us a game that time. So we're not going to go with that one. Settings. Load game. Do we want to save? No, because it's a cheating git. 1541. So that would be it. Load. Can't believe this has happened. I really can't. This is absolute robbery. Absolute robbery. This is the first crash I've had for a few days, but always seems to happen when I'm on stream, and it makes me wonder if it's something to do with OBS, because obviously OBS is open while I'm streaming. Let's save it there so we haven't got to keep going through those few presses. I should have put Hester on and then saved it. Let's instant result. Confirm. I can't believe we've done poor Big Tell out of a hat trick. Oh, we won 1-0 this time. And it's McCarthy who's got the goal, not Big Tell. He has been done like a kipper, hasn't he? Let's get it to the next day so it saves. So we get the win, but we don't get all them goals. Them lovely goals. Wow. Apparently I've clicked to see the match. I didn't want to do that. Better not crash. Well, here's McCarthy's goal. No compensation for the 5 that we scored that have been... I want to move on. I need to save it. I swear it's going to crash again. It's not cooperating. So we won 1-0 in that. We saw a hat-trick from Big Tell get chalked off. We need to rest the guys again because the games are coming thick and fast. I hope nobody watching this thinks that I cheated there. We definitely won, and won comfortably. Rest players, 2 days. Just watching the numbers of people watching trickle down as everybody walks away in disgust. It wasn't save scumming. I was being robbed by the gods of FM and my PC. Whatever it is that causes that crash, whether it's the game or my PC, I have no idea. I've updated the drivers countless times, updated OBS, and I just can't seem to stop that crash happening. Doesn't happen very often. Maybe at most once every couple of days, but if you don't get it to a point where it's saved, it costs you dearly. Can you believe Big Tell's only 2.5 star? Absolutely ridiculous. Right, so everybody is fit and healthy. We've got the best team out possible, except for Mensah. But Onyeka's doing a good job in Mensah's absence, in fairness. We'll keep the same team and we'll go again. Got even to look who we were against. I was that busy dealing with the crash. Kidderminster Harriers. So not an easy game at all. I think winning that game probably helps us because even if we lose this now, we've still got a good points total at the moment for the games that we've played. So Brown already scored one spectacular free kick, which doesn't exist anymore because I think it was in the game where it crashed, wasn't it? So McCarthy with the corner. I don't know why he's taking the corner. He should be one of the top aerial threats. I don't know what was going on there. Brooms wins a header, but Akarakiri cannot win the second ball. Stafford, Kadsau. Takes a deflection. They win a corner. Will we get to see their corner? Yes. See, it's not fair. It's not consistent at all. We never get to see our corners. Oh, that was unlucky. They are pretty good at their corners, and we are not defending them properly. I think I need to look at adjusting where my players are stood. So, Onyeka swings in the ball. McCarthy, is it at the far post? Yes, it is. He gets another goal to his name. He is in fantastic form. And the Harriers are struggling as we lead 1-0. I mean, in fairness, they should have stopped that. McCarthy rises above his defender and gets the header in. So Bradbury plays it to Perry. Onyeka. Bradbury to Hall. Hall plays it through to McCarthy. Hester. Good ball. McCarthy's through again. Hits the post. Onyeka finally wakes up to the ball coming towards him. Runs inside and passes it to one of our defenders. Hester collects the ball, but it's the end of the highlight. Quiet one so far for Big Tell. He's probably sulking because of them 3 goals that he's been robbed of. I mean, there was some fantastic goals as well. So Akarakiri. The ball crossed to McCarthy. He should have had another. Almost identical to his first goal. He should have just got it on target and it'd have been 2-0. Bradbury. Akarakiri. Back to Bradbury. Gives it McCarthy. Big Tell. He's so tricky with his feet, Big Tell, in those tight situations. Look at this now. We're playing him like Barcelona. Big Tell gets fouled, but it doesn't matter because Mark McCarthy has slotted it home anyway. We would have had a penalty if he hadn't have taken the shot. But again, Big Tell heavily involved. As he went to go through, the defender, to be fair to the defender, he got the ball, so it wouldn't have been a penalty anyway. But McCarthy's got another 2. And Big Tell will be looking up at the top scorer of the team and thinking it should be me. I'm happy that we've dominated possession so far. I don't know if we have, but it sounded like a good thing to say. Fortunately, we have. We've been in complete control again. We are looking good, it's got to be said. And there wasn't that many additions to the team that got promoted. So it just shows that over the 4 years, how we built a very strong side in that Northern Premier Division. Another corner. Can we defend it any better? McCarthy's won the header. Now we need to close down the advancing shot. We do not. And I've no idea what his name is. Presumably Aiden or something like that. I've never seen it spelt like that. Doherty, anyway, is his surname. Presumably Irish. What a finish. Can't blame Hall for that one. We didn't close them down quick enough once the ball had come off the head of McCarthy. Looking at the energy levels, we've got our best 11 out at the moment. Everybody's okay. So we'll go to 80 before we start thinking about the substitutions, etc. So Perry plays it to Onyeka. The rain is teeming down out there. McCarthy can't get to that ball. Doherty already got a goal to his name. Brings the ball forward. Somebody's got to put a tackle in. Get him. Good save by Hall. But again, we've got a corner to defend. Will we get to see it? No, we don't. That's a bit better. Never get to see our corners. Why should we get to see theirs? Perhaps it's a game telling us we need to work on defensive corners. So we've conceded a couple recently. So these are really just wasting time subs. Swap them 2 over. And them 2 over. 5 subs in the last few seconds of the game. Hopefully that will have wasted enough time for us not to lose. Oh, we're flipping blown it away. Oh, bunch of idiots. No! Please crash. Well, that's two points drop there. Really disappointed with them. Could be 3 points if we, because I'm chucking the kitchen sink at them now. Maybe making them changes was not a good idea. So there we go, 2-2 away to Kidderminster. In the grand scheme of things, not the worst result, but we've thrown away a 2-0 lead at the end. Another good performance from McCarthy, so he gets more praise coming his way. Superb in front of goal. So let's have a look at these defensive free kicks. In fact, let's save the game so we don't lose that if we're going to mess around with something. Tactics. tic-tacs. There we go. Set pieces, defending corners. So that guy needs to be marking their tallest player for me. Player mark. Player mark. 6-yard box near post. Mark near post. Six-yard box centre. Edge of area, edge of area. Mark far post. So we've got 4 player marks. We probably don't need that many. So let's put him zonally marking 6-yard and him player marking. So we've got 3 players player marking and 3 players marking the far post. Marking the 6-yard box zonally. Just wanted to see if that go back puts him anywhere different. Player mark. No, it's not moving him around. I was looking to see if I could get another player here at the near post, but it won't let you put anybody near post at all. So I'm considering whether to. Well, we have got one on the edge of the area actually, so we've got 2 players on the edge of the area. So we have got people covering that. Shame we can't get him on the edge of the area to be further over here, because that's where that other guy was who scored the goal. Right, okay, we'll leave it at that. That's what we're going to do for that one, whatever. Hopefully that will now start defending a little bit better. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. I haven't worked out the defending corners for a couple of years. I've not really bothered with them, to be honest, but where are we up to with our transfer budgets? So we've got 550. There is technically another player available should we need it. But I don't know where I would need another player, to be honest. Unless we did go for a better keeper. But speaking of keepers, Paul is getting dropped. Not because he was particularly bad. Just because he conceded 2 goals, and we have got Fred Heath waiting in the wings, trying to become the number 1 keeper. Oh. That confused me because he didn't move into the selection for some reason. There we go, he's up the top now. So he's not been performing brilliantly himself, but he has a bit better reach. He's 6'6", for goodness sake. 18 aerial reach, 17 jumping reach. This guy should be a monster in goal, really. And I think if we keep giving him experience, because he's, how old is he? He's not too old, is he? 22 years old. Keep giving him the experience, I think he'll come good. But yeah, maybe it is the goalkeeper is what we need to work on. Having lost Barrett, who was, again, a good tall keeper. Let's have a look. Just see. We've got enough scope for one goalkeeper. Edit search. Goalkeeper. Don't need to be loan. Don't need that in there. Work permit required. No. So we've not really got any that are scouted. Remy Mitchell, 5'11", so he's not going to be one, is he? So how many we've got? 19. Let's get the old scouts onto them guys. See if there's any in the player recommendations. Best position, goalkeeper, Shay O'Connor, who's available on a free transfer, is 6'1". Let's offer him a trial for 4 weeks. Accept. So we'll give it a week and then we'll have a look at Connor and see whether he is worthy of a place in our team. Just the advantage of this league is you can sign people any time of the season except for the very, very end. We're expected to win the next match. No pressure, lads. We're away as well. Oh, it's the FA Cup, so it's against the team below us. And we've got Heath in goal. That is the main change that we'll make. Anybody who's got a lower... How long till Mensah's back? It's not going to tell us. Fitness. 8 days to 4 weeks, so potentially still a month before we get Mensah back. Real shame because he has been absolutely tearing it up. Oh, we've got a change we've got to make. Fiddlesticks. So Duerden can come on for Brooms. Brooms can come off. Who for? Unwin. Go to match, and away we go. So 4-2-4, we're up against pretty much our best team out there. We're just missing Brooms from the defence. And question marks over whether this is really our best goalkeeper. Personally, I like his attributes and his stature a lot more than I do Hall. But according to the scouts, 4-star, 5'10". Hall is the better keeper. I think maybe as a sweeper keeper, which I think we are playing now, maybe Hall has got that advantage on him. Akarakiri pulls it back to Onyeka, swings across him. Big Tell has gone for an overhead kick. My goodness, that would have been some goal. I don't think I've scored an overhead kick yet, but Big Tell was so close there. Got it on target. 25 minutes in. We're not creating many highlights here, so let's up the ante a little bit and go attacking. Warrington they've got an attacking formation, but they seem to be quite defensive. Still another 10 minutes ticks on. No highlights. What is going on? Wow, that is a disappointing first half. What are you doing? Wake up. So I've gently told them I'm not happy with how they're playing. And we'll see, is this the pointless highlight? Seems to be rolling on longer than normal. Duerden gives it to Bradbury. To Hall. Do like this midfield we've got now. Big Tell spreads it out wide to Hester. Hester runs to the byline, brings in the ball. Akarakiri heads it the wrong direction. Should have scored. Now the counter-attack. This really would put the cat among the pigeons, but obviously didn't do anything because it clicked off. We're going very attacking. Kitchen sink and all. Not working at the moment. Correa for Hester. Shepherd for Akarakiri. And let's give Unwin a go for Hall. Few changes, trying to bring in a little bit more impetus into the team. It's not working though. Got back to positive. We've got to find that sweet spot where our pressing and defensive work gives us the best opportunity. I've gone defensive. Reverse psychology. And nothing is giving us those chances. Nothing at all. Where have all the highlights gone? We're not going to get one, are we? Unbelievable. 18 shots, but you couldn't find us a highlight. I think we'll be rotating aside next time we play that. My goodness, we should have done better than that. But clean sheet for the keeper, that's the plus. I bet Warrington are happy with that because it was a tough game for them and somehow they've scraped through and we get to play them again on Tuesday. So we need to rest the squad again because we've just given ourselves an extra game to play. Training, rest, 2 days. Where were we? Live. There. So Campbell's not been played and he's dropped. What's your issue? Well, it's not being funny with Butler. He's only a young player. He shouldn't be complaining about getting his chances. Tell you what, our finances are tumbling. Presumably it's because of the extra wages. Which doesn't bode well with us trying to sign another player as well. What promise did I keep, Big Tell? Oh, right, okay. That was always going to happen. So, Unwin and Butler, where are you? Brooms is still on international duty. Mensah's still injured. Butler for Bradbury. Shepherd for Ekarikiri. Anybody actually tired? No. Correa for Hester. And we'll go Campbell on for McCarthy, should I say. So a bit of a risk. We are against a team in a lower division and we're at home. So we'd hope we'd have enough to get ourselves over the line, but this has got shock written all over it, hasn't it? Big Tell wins a header at the back post, but he's headed it towards goal. Needed it to be going central. Oh, why have you let that run? What a clown. And out. Some guy crosses in the ball and Heath somehow keeps that out. That was actually a good save. Point blank range. Oh, I thought we were going to get to see a corner, but it's a free kick. Swung in to the far post. It's dropping around. How does that not go in? Apparently we're offside. Not sure how. Perry gives it to Onyeka. Onyeka's been enjoying a good spell in the side with the absence of Mensah. Big Tell, Butler, Onyeka again. Out to Perry. Back to Onyeka. Onyeka will swing in the cross. Jeppard is the one who gets up. Good effort, but unfortunately just wide of the post. We're going very attacking very early. We need a goal in this game. Doesn't matter who scores it, somebody needs to get a goal. For some reason, these two teams are cancelling each other out. Right. I'm going to try something unusual here. We're very attacking. But in possession, these guys are dropping back. Butler is going to be box to box. Unwin is going to be a deep line playmaker. And hopefully, between the two of them, sitting a bit deeper, it'll give a bit more room for Shepherd to roam into. Onyeka, Duardin. Onyeka. Brown. Gives it to Unwin, plays it out to Carrera. Carrera brings the ball forward. Nice 1-2 with Campbell. Gets to the bylines. Low cross. And Big Tell misses, wins the corner. Kicked it straight at the keeper. Oh, we get to the corner. Woohoo! Brown with the header. Big Tell wins it back. Duerden with a shot when probably the wrong option when you got 4 players in the middle there. At least we're getting highlights. Perry wins the ball back well. Gives it to Shepherd. Plays it to Big Tell. Goes all the way back to Carrera. That was a lovely little pass from Big Tell there. Campbell. Long ball forward. Shepherd's away. Got Big Tell inside. Big Tell breaks the deadlock at the... We've probably been playing for 2 hours now. And finally we get a goal. And to be fair, Big Tell was a part of that with his ball spread out to Correa early on in the move. And then Shepherd getting the ball across to him. And a lovely composed volley into the goal. 1-0 at last. We are not guaranteed the win here. But at least now we have that little bit of ascendancy. They're going to have to come at us. Big Tell heads the ball to Campbell. He's coming on so good, Big Tell. Onyeka. Oh, Big Tell, you should have had a hat-trick by now. Really should have done. Shepherd. Perry. Butler. Onyeka. Right, so I think the first thing we need to do is bring it back down and let them come at us a little bit. Lots of shots away, so happy. Big Tell, you're coming off for a rest. Tactics. McCarthy is going to get to play in his favoured role. And Hester can come on for Onyeka, who's been brilliant, but he deserves a bit of a rest. The only thing is, we're taking off 2 of our better performers from the first half, so hopefully that won't cost us. As here comes Hester. Combined with Butler. I was going to say Bradbury then, and then remembered it wasn't him. But it's a pointless highlight after all that. Walpole. Campbell with the shot. Hester with the corner. Swings it in. Big melee. Unwin's tucked it home. It should be 2-0. I don't think the flag's gone up. There was an absolute melee in there. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happened. I don't think we'll be able to, because I think it'll be too crowded a box. I think McCarthy won the header. The keeper made a super save, but it landed at the feet of Unwin, and he scores. Oh, I thought Duerden had let that pass him then. Long ball forward. Overhead kick attempted. It was well wide. That's 2 overhead kicks we've seen in this fixture. So Perry, Butler. Hester. Archie Shepherd. Via Nathan Butler. I thought Nathan Butler had taken a shot and it had gone straight through. But it must have hit or been finished off by Shepherd. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he's flicked it on. Just enough diversion to cause problems for the keeper. 3-0 and comfortable as you like now. Oh, we've let a goal in. Right at the end. I'll say right at the end. There's still 20 minutes left. Shout, focus. Concentrate, you clowns. Long ball into the box. Brown wins the header. Whoa. All of a sudden, we are looking very shaky, very defensive. Come on, guys, wake up. I think they're chucking the kitchen sink now, aren't they? Seeing if they can just get themselves back into the game. And to be fair, we're creaking at the back. Brown wins the header like he should do. Shepherd. Oh, he's let Dobson just take the ball off him. That was disappointing. And they've charged through. It's a bad finish, really. They should easily have been 3-2, if not 3-3 by now. Since going 3-0 down, we've completely switched off. A long ball forward. Nobody's going to collect it. I mean, McCarthy looks like he's giving up. Shepherd does well. Gives it to Correa. Correa to Unwin. Shepherd. McCarthy. Oh, right. Shouts. Individuals. McCarthy. Oh, didn't want to see your stats. I want to shout at you. McCarthy. Demand more. You're supposed to be on my side. Come on, no, don't let him run at you. What are you doing? Oh, man. Good save by Heath, in fairness, but we shouldn't be conceding. This is getting scary now. Tactics. Hall can come on for... Who's been on? Campbell's been on. Out of possession. You can stay there. We're going for a like Christmassy tree sort of effect here. Bradbury can come on as well. In possession, Bradbury can go as a... He could be more attacking, I think. But 5 minutes now where we just need to shut up shop. We've got a lot of players in there. If we concede, I'll be really annoyed. Come on, close them down, close them down. Just letting them cross it and letting them score. Absolutely pathetic. They're berated. Oh, it won't let me berate them all. Oh, was it disallowed? That was handy because I was panicking. Just realised it didn't show us a replay and it's still 3-1. Bradbury hits his back. He was making a good run. So good he got in the way of the ball. Well, they really should have got a draw out of this at least. Reverse psychology now. Attack, attack, attack. That's it, we've survived, but that wasn't the best of performances in the end. Bit of a let-off. You can seem confused, but if you look at how we were in that second half after going 3-0 up, we were rubbish. So what round are we in now? So we've got Bury in the next one, 4th qualifying. So we're not guaranteed in getting to the next round. Bury are one of the better teams in our league. So it's not an easy draw, that one. Let's get on to the old mobile dashboard screen manager. So let's have a look at what else have we got to do. So we've got Hereford and then Bury. Do we try and get those games in, and then that'll do for the stream, I think. Yeah, we'll try and get those 2 games in, and then I'll go and have a break. I may come back on later tonight. Haven't decided yet. Didn't have much sleep last night, so we'll have to see how I feel. Keep your eye out for the notification, but I will be on. If you're listening and haven't followed me on either YouTube or on Twitch, then feel free to knock the follow, and obviously you'll get the notification then for when I next go live. Do appreciate the people who have been on today. I've noticed my numbers have been up a little bit. Let's see what the quick pick puts everybody at. So Onyeka gets dropped. Not even on the bench. Come off it. Let's have a look at this O'Connor and see what we think of him. He's 6'1". He's got 11 aerial reach, 12 handling. Let's compare him to Hall. Leek Town, Bailey Hall, and attributes. So he's got a much better aerial reach. Very much similar in all the important stats. Jumping reach is a lot better. Off the ball, twice as good. 2 rather than 1. Vision. Not sure how important a lot of them stats are for a goalkeeper. I don't know. It just doesn't look that much better for me to use up all my wages on. So I think I'm going to leave it. Onyeka's been switched on to the left. McCarthy up front and Big Tell on the bench. Now that ain't happening. I must object. We'll let Onyeka have a rest because he's been playing a lot lately. Big Tell and McCarthy can swap places there. McCarthy's beginning to get that position quite well. He didn't know it at all at the start of the season, but he's been performing superbly well whilst not knowing what he's doing, apparently. So let's give it a go at that. I don't think I've got any objections to the team that's been picked, except for the fact that we've got a goalkeeper on the bench. Don't normally bother with that. So Correa to bring the ball forward, and it's a pointless highlight. Amy. Oh, Big Tell's been set free here. He's one-on-one with the keeper, about a mile to run, but he's so composed. Beautiful goal. What a start to the game. 5 minutes in, a most ridiculously poor pass back, and Big Tell was sent on his way. Had a lot of ground to cover. Wow, this makes me feel dizzy on this big screen, this. But good composure. Slots it home. He's got to be my favourite player that I've ever had on a Football Manager save. I am absolutely loving Big Tell being in my team. So good control from Brown. Gives it to Perry. Bradbury. McCarthy. Thought he was going to lay it outside to Correa, but he decided to go himself. Now he does give it to Correa, who gives it back to him. He chips it to Hester. Puts it in for Akarakiri. Good effort and good save by their keeper. Brown recycles the ball, but keeper Bell catches it. But again, we're looking good. Although they are controlling possession, which is interesting. Not many teams have managed to do that against us this season. Hester gets a second chance at it, and he's got clear space to run into. He's gone for goal himself. Should have passed it, but never mind. So Hall and Hester combine. Give it to Perry. Plays a nice ball to Akarakiri. Comes back to Hester. Swings in the cross. McCarthy's at the far post. The keeper didn't get to it, but McCarthy's hit the crossbar. That was bad luck, really. Correa gives it to Duerden. I think we're beginning to get on top of the possession a little bit now as well. Certainly creating the chances. Brown plays it to Perry. Perry's beginning to settle into the team now. Hester couldn't control it. That wasn't Perry's fault. I thought it was a perfectly good ball. Just poor control from Hester. McCarthy now. Swings in the cross. And Brown. What's Brown going to do with it? He goes back to Hester. Correa. McCarthy. Has got the ball to Big Tell along the floor. The two biggest guys on the pitch. Well, they're not really. Well, one of them is. But they're playing along the ground. They don't need the aerial advantage. Brown, of course, is 6'8", and our goalkeeper is 6'6". So McCarthy is obviously a midget at 6'4". Well, I thought he'd lost it there. He did manage to get the low cross, and Big Tell again, very composed with his finish. So we're looking good at 2-0. Big Tell's got a couple of goals, which probably means the game's going to crash at some point. Last time he got a hat-trick, he lost out on those 3 goals. And he's been out of form ever since, really. Nice swing in. Brown with a dominating header. Oh, no. Oh, I thought they'd got a lucky deflection there. The danger is not definitely over yet. Perry panicked a little bit there. He had a lot more time than he thought he did. And this highlight is rolling on and on and on, which is a little bit concerning. Another ball out to the wing. Crossed in meters. I was about to say uncontested header, but Correa appeared from nowhere. And then it comes again. Duerden this time. Dominated at the back, but they can't keep allowing these crosses to come in. Mee has got through again, and what a save that was from Hall. This has been a pretty shaky start to the second half. Perry gives it to Hester. Back to Perry. Finds Akirakiri. He's lost out a little bit there, but Duerden wins it back. Correa has space to run into. Gets to the byline. What will he do? He swings in the cross. Big Tell lurking for his hat-trick. Somehow the keeper managed to do enough to keep that out. Bailey Hall brings the ball out, gives it to Perry, plays it down the line to Hester. Goes on the overlap. Hall and Hester combine for Bradbury. Akirakiri back to Bradbury. Correa in a lot of space on the wing. Some big plays to aim at. Big Tell at the near post. That's his hat trick. That is crash instruction given to the computer. Beautifully worked goal there. Right away from the goalkeeper Hall. The midfield worked well together to get Correa in loads of space. Time to pick out his man. Good run to the near post from Tell, and there it was. 3-0. Hat-trick for the big man. See if we can make a couple of changes here. Butler can come on for the big man at the back. Brown. And have we got anybody else who's looking tired? Perry's looking tired. So we'll swap Shepherd and Perry. And Akirakiri can go right back. Don't want to make too many changes. I think that cost us last time when Kidderminster pulled back a 2-goal lead late in the game. So we're not going to go too mad on the subs. Bell seems to be taking his time, not in a hurry. The long ball forward, and Shepherd wins it. But now Johnson Fisher breaks through. Bailey Hall makes a good save, but I'm not convinced it was going to go in. I think he's put in a good performance today, Hall, to be fair. And there we go. We've got a 2-0. Well done, lads. Good result. And we've got one more game to get through before we call it a day on the stream. Player of the week is Big Sell. Got a nice hat trick, didn't he? Let's give him a bit of praise because he was superb. He had to run a long way for that first goal. Probably should have rested the players as well. Forgot again. We might have a few tired players. The games are just piling up, aren't they? Guiseley next, they're a good team. Alfreton, who are a good team as well, and then Bury again. But we'll just do this one, and then I'll stop and have a break and decide whether I'm awake enough to do another stream later on. Butler, do we want to play you? Is there anyone actually tired? They all look okay at the moment. So let's try, I think we want Onyeka on. We'll put Hessler over there. Where's Onyeka? Oh, he's there on the bench. Correa can go there. Mensah's not too far off now. He's back to full training in 6 days. That's good news for the next stream, that you might be able to see the guy who initially started as first choice and played really well, in fairness. Look at his average rating, 7.63. 4 assists in those few games that he played. Do we want to make any other changes? Let's give Heath a go in goal and Hall can go on the bench. Go to match. Off we go. Should have checked whether Brooms was back. That might have been a mistake. Duerden doesn't tend to last a full match when he isn't tired before. So FA Cup, will it be the end of the road for us? It is a very difficult tie. But they are at least at our level in the league. We're not against a team in the league above or anything like that. But if we win this, it's the FA Cup proper. So we are dominating possession. They have had a shot more than us, 2 shots more than us now. But it is obviously quite a tight game. Not many highlights coming so far. Here's the first one. Bradbury gives it away. He's sold Hall short there, and Edozie. This is a really dangerous moment. We've got everybody back, but they still probably should have scored. So again, not many highlights. Just got to try a little reverse psychology here. See if we can go cautious in the second half. And you weren't bad out there. We'll just try and encourage them as best as we can. This is a tough draw. They've had a few seasons to acclimatise to this league that we're in, and they were much better than us when they were in the previous league with us. So we're going to have to work really hard if we're going to get anything out of today. You can see our attackers have not had much in the way of opportunities. Let's get floated crosses in and hit early crosses. That's what we want. Get those big guys heading them balls. An hour in. Energy levels looking good. Let's bring Correa on for Hester. And Butler. No, he's looking nervous, so we don't want to bring him on. Maybe Shepherd on for Akarakiri. Just to give us something different. Archie Shepherd's quite often good for a goal. Perry's looking tired, and I've taken Akarakiri off, so he might have to play a full game. Wasn't the brightest thing in the world. Unless we put Haywood over there. He doesn't like it, but I'm sure he can manage one game there. And Gray is struggling, but he's only just come on. Hall off, and Unwin is not nervous, so Unwin can come on. So, highlight with 5 minutes to go. Who's it going to go for? Onyeka sends the ball in way too early. That makes me think this may not be our highlight. A long ball forward. Can we deal with it? No, we can't. And he's clean through. Hits the post. Should have scored. Haywood hoots it away. Lucky escape 5 minutes from time. Demand more. They have been in complete control second half. Another highlight with time running out. Unwin plays the ball to Big Tell. Back to Bradbury. McCarthy. Back to Bradbury. McCarthy again. Correa. This is nice one-touch football. Correa swings in the ball. Plenty waiting at the back post. Now Haywood gets the ball back in. We've won it, but McCarthy somehow has managed to miss. I wasn't sure if Big Tell or McCarthy got the header on it, but we've just earned ourselves yet another game against Bury. So we're going to play them 3 times in a matter of weeks. So not the worst performance, but it means we've got to fit another game in. So let's just have a quick look at when it is the next game. Are we going to have to play that as well? Oh, I should rest the players. Rest the players. Let me back in. Right. Squad. We didn't get many highlights, actually, in that match, did we? So, training, rest, 2 days. Watch it go all the way to penalties or something now. Don't think we'll accept that. He's not a player who's likely to be used. But there are a few players in our squad who were very much like that, and they're now sort of like fringe players for us. So he could still become something of a useful player to us. Or at worst, an emergency player. But so Hurst is back enough to go on the bench, but Mensah's not quite there yet. Still another 3 days for him. Let's put Hurst on the bench, and maybe he can get a couple of minutes at the end if things are going our way. Don't think we'll make any other changes. Go with the same team. They did struggle against them, though. I will have to point out, second half, we weren't very good. But we are at home this time, so hopefully we can just keep ourselves a little bit more dominant in this game. Let's hope the home fans, and there's a lot of them, can spur us on. Looks like a good attendance, in fairness. So Hilton with a long ball. The real McCoy won the header, but we come away with it. Onyeka. Got space to run into. Can he get the cross? He's pulled it back to Perry. Perry will pass it to Hall. Hall will shoot. Never going to go in from there. Such a waste when you've got big players in the box. V. McCoy has got through and scored. Heath probably should have done a bit better there, but now we are 1-0 down, and I think this tie is already decided for me. They look a lot better than us. Simple as that. We've got to play them again in the league soon as well, so it's not going to do our confidence very good, is it? We've gone very attacking. Try and bulldoze our way through them. Could be counterintuitive, but we'll give it a go. So Hester with a throw-in. Just over half an hour gone. Gets the ball to McCarthy. Chips it in. Onyeka has finished the ball. Less than an offside. I don't think there is. We are at back level. Do we keep it on very attacking, or do we go a bit more cautious? I don't know what to do. Lovely little chip in from McCarthy. Inch perfect. He's not a big guy, Onyeka, but he seems to arrive at the right time. He's going to be gutted when Mensah comes back, because he has played so well. So, is this another attack? He's hoofed it forward early. Thought Big Toe was just going to get on the end of that then. Onyeka's won it back again though. He is having a superb game. Here he is again. Swings in the ball early. Big Tell is waiting. Oh! Great save by their keeper. Big Tell thought he'd scored. Address the team. I'm happy with the number of shots. Tactics. I probably don't want to stay on very attacking for ever in a day. It's a bit suicidal. Let's get Haywood on for a rare appearance on the left. He is the vice captain, I think, but good to see him on. And I'm pretty sure, in real life, he's the one who's sadly dislocated his shoulder at the weekend. Not the best start to the new year. So it wasn't the weekend, was it? It was New Year's Day. But if you were to ever get this message, Ollie, swift recovery to you. Hope you get well soon. . 'Cause 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 ' So long ball again from Hilton. Perry kept it in. I thought it was just going to go out. But Perry's kept it in, and we are on the attack. Hall. Akarakiri. McCarthy's gone for goal himself. What a blimmin' idiot. Why are you shooting from there? So since going one down, we've actually looked pretty good. I may have spoken too early, but we are winning the ball back and then coming forward with gusto. Ollie Haywood gives it to McCarthy, back to Haywood, gives it to McCarthy again. Nearly an own goal. The cross nearly deflected into the keeper made a good save. Here we go again. It's still alive, but Akarakiri tried to do a little bit too much there. I mean, this is on tender hooks, isn't it, this game? McCoy, been their best player by a mile. Oh, I thought he was going to trip him up then. Right, time to make a sub. Akarakiri can go to there. Perry and Shepherd will come on. And Hurst come on for McCarthy. It's a brave decision. McCarthy's been the most likely of our strikers to score. Big Tell hasn't looked very effective today, if I'm honest. It's not very often you see Big Tell's energy get down like it has today. First defensive corner we've seen since we changed our corner routine. Let's see how it goes. Just having a check on where all the players are. That's the dangerous near post one. We've not dealt with it completely, but we did win the header this time. And still we're in danger here. I think we could be going to penalties. Let's say score and cause us to cry. Got a lot of tired players out there. Last chance saloon. It is penalties. Let's see how we go. We've got the big keeper in, but he goes the wrong way. Hurst not been on the pitch very long. Has he got the composure to slot this home for us? Yes, he has. Wow. I was a bit concerned. It didn't look like he put any power into it whatsoever. Here comes the real McCoy. Another good penalty. Again, he it's the wrong way, but wouldn't have got to that if he'd gone the right way. It was a superbly placed penalty. We do not have good penalty takers. Bradbury is next. I think he is our best. And he's missed it. What a clown. I called you the best. This is not good. Oh, their penalties are so good. They're not going to miss any, are they? Come on, Brown. Your size 15 feet or whatever they are. Slot them through this now. Yes. Come on. We've still got a chance. Come on, Heafy. You can do this. Oh, he dived too late. He went the right way, but dived too late. Big tell. If he misses, it's over. He does have great composure. It's 4-3, but if they score this, it's over anyway. Inman with the chance to win it. And he does. They don't make a mistake with any of their penalties. You've only got to make one when it's like that. So unfortunately, we're out of the FA Cup. A gallant effort. We've got to pick ourselves up because we've got to play them again in the league soon. I mean, it wasn't the worst result in the world. We did our best. And Bradbury, to be fair to him, he's a pretty consistent performer, so we can't blame him too much for the penalty miss. He's done enough good for us this season. Just sadly, our bank balance won't be getting the benefit of an FA Cup run this season. So where do we leave it? We're currently sitting in quite a good place, 4th in the league. There is a bit of a gap between us and the teams above us, but 2 of them have played a game more than us. We sit with a lot of teams on 21, but the goal difference or something, HIJK. Yeah, so I think it might even be goals scored or something like that. That's keeping us ahead of Spennymoor, possibly even alphabetical. But yeah, I mean, they've not drawn a single game yet. So I think we'll leave it there for now. But what I'll do is, let's see if I can work out how to do this. No, I can't work it out there. Just got to do a raid. I've never done one yet, but I know my friend's on, so let me see if I can work it out, because I've never done it before. How do I get onto the dashboard? There we go. Stream manager. There we go. I've worked it out. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to head over to 3JP. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon.
Are we done? Hey, it's
You're a
that
boat
lady.
dweller. The jumpsuit's a dead giveaway. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life